What's up, everybody? Matt from the Jam Gamecast, coming to you tonight with a collection video, and that's going to be my PlayStation 2 collection. So let's dive right into it. The first game I have here is Astro Boy, the video game. This is a game, it's based off the Astro Boy movie that came out not too long ago. There's also another Astro Boy game, I believe, on the PS2. That one I think is better than this one. I've never been able to find that one, but Astro Boy is a really cool character. I'm always interested in the Astro Boy stuff. Reminds me of Mega Man, although I know that Astro Boy came first, but I knew about Mega Man as a kid before I ever knew about Astro Boy. So they always reminded me of each other. But this is kind of a cool game. There's beat 'em up sections, I believe, and then there's also like shoot 'em up sections as well. I haven't played it yet, but it's a pretty cool game. I got this at a game store in my area that was closing. It was like buy 2 games, get 1 free, and this was one of the ones that I picked up. So yeah, it's a pretty cool game. Let's move on to the next one. And this was one of the very first PlayStation 2 games I ever got. The first one I ever got is Kingdom Hearts, which we'll see that later on in the video. And then this was the next one that I got. And they're pretty similar too. I believe they were developed by some of the same people. And that's The Bouncer. It's a really cool beat 'em up game. There's a few different characters and you're basically bouncers at a club. Stuff goes down and you kind of have to chase after a bunch of bad guys, and it leads to this big corporation. There's like a girl involved, a girl that the main character likes and everything. But it's a really cool game. You can play through as each character. But yeah, some people rag on this game, say it's not that good, but I really like this game. And it's Squaresoft, so you know, they always, in my opinion, they always come out with good stuff. So I really like this one. Alright, moving on. I got this at Too Many Games last year, so if you saw my Too Many Games pickup video, you've seen this one before. It's the Greatest Hits edition, and that's Bully. Now, as I said in other videos, Greatest Hits stuff doesn't really bother me. I don't really care either way. You know, if it's Greatest Hits, that's fine. Usually Greatest Hits are cheaper, so that's why I'll get Greatest Hits, because it's cheaper. But yeah, this is a cool game. I haven't played it yet. Sandbox type of game where you go to school and you're basically a bully. So yeah, I want to play this sometime. Alright, and next we'll move on. This is another one of my early PlayStation 2 games that I got. And that's Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII. Now, as you all know, Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game of all time, so anything that continues with that story and those characters, I'm definitely into. So I played through this game. It's like a shooter type of game with RPG elements. A lot of people classify this as a JRPG. I would agree. I throw it in with JRPGs, but I like this game. A lot of people rag on this game as well, say it's not that good, but I enjoyed it. Alright, moving on, and this was a game I picked up off of eBay. About a year and a half ago, I sold, through eBay, I sold a original Deadpool Marvel Legends figure that came out, God, probably like in 2004-ish, around there. I had the good sense then. I picked up 2 of them. I opened one and I kept one in the package. So when the first movie came out, I sold it on eBay for $180, and then I bought a bunch of video games with the money that I got, and this was one of them, and that's Dragon Quest VIII. I haven't played this game. I'll probably pick it up on the 3DS and play that version of it. But a lot of people seem to say that this is the best Dragon Quest game. I've only played one Dragon Quest game, and that was Dragon Quest IX. I wasn't really that impressed by it. But this is supposed to be a really good one. As you can see, it comes with this little cardboard case as well. I never understood the purpose to this, because inside it's just like the main game and that's it. It's not like, it doesn't come with extra stuff or anything. It comes with the Final Fantasy 12 demo, which was a big draw at the time. I remember a lot of people picked up this game just to play that demo. But I don't understand why they put it in this little box that it came with. But hey. Alright, and next one was another early PlayStation 2 game that I got when I was really getting into it, and that's Final Fantasy X. I enjoyed this game. I played through the entire game. I beat it. I really enjoyed it. It's in my top 10 JRPGs. It's number 10, but it's still on the top 10 list. I liked it. A lot of people rag on it because of the whole, kind of cheesy voice acting, like the whole laughing scene with Titus and Yuna, but I enjoyed this game, and as you can see, it's greatest hits, but again, that doesn't bother me. Alright, and next we have Final Fantasy X-2, or Final Fantasy X2. I remember I played about like an hour into this game, and I didn't like the battle system. It was a big change from Final Fantasy X itself. And then they have like the different job classifications that you can change to. I definitely want to go back and give this game another try. Maybe I'll pick up the Vita version and download it on the Vita. But I definitely want to give it another try and play through it again. Or, well, play through it for the first time. But yeah, I want to give it a try. Alright, and next we have, I've had this game since it came out. Again, it was when I got back into video games, maybe back around 2006, and that's Final Fantasy 12. And as you can see, I have the Steelbook edition. Comes with the game and a bonus disc and everything. But it's a nice addition to have. But I think I'll probably pick up the PlayStation 4 version and play through that. A lot of people say that the controls are a lot easier to handle in the PS4 version. Because I remember I played about maybe like 10 hours into this game. And at that time in my gaming life, I was only really used to your classic turn-based JRPGs. And this was the original Final Fantasy that kind of like switched up the gameplay. It's more of like an MMO battle system. Now that I have more experience with different types of JRPGs, I would probably, I think, enjoy this game more. So I want to go back and play it again, but I'll probably pick up the PS4 version. If you have an opinion on what version I should play, if this version is still good or the PS4 version's better, which I hear it is, let me know down in the comments. Give me suggestions on what version I should play. But yeah, this is a cool game. Alright, and next, I got this game at the same time I got the Astro Boy video game. This was one of the ones I got in that sale, and that's From Russia with Love 007. I love James Bond. I love all the movies. I have the PSP version of this game, though, so that's probably the version I'll play. But yeah, this is an interesting game. I believe there's some stuff in the PSP edition or version that has stuff taken out of it. I think some of the car driving sequences and everything. But I got this version before I was even into handheld gaming or had a PSP or, the PSP version. So, but yeah, I'll probably play it on the PSP. Alright, and next is probably my most recent addition to my PS2 collection, and that was actually last summer. Me and my wife were coming home from a trip, and we stopped at a game store along the way, and they were having a sale, buy one get one free essentially, and this game was $2, so it was $4, and I picked up another game that was also $4, so each game ended up being $2, and that's Future Tactics: The Uprising. It's kind of like a cool little strategy type of JRPG. You're like in some sort of military, and I don't really know a whole lot about it, and there's not a lot out there on YouTube, any reviews. There's like 1 or 2 reviews, but it seemed like a pretty cool little JRPG, so I want to give it a try sometime. Alright, and next one I got back into collecting a few years ago. This was one of the very first games that I wanted to pick up on the PS2, and that's Jack 2. Now, I've never played any of the other Jak and Daxter games, but this one really looked cool because it's like an open world sandbox type of game from what I understand. The gameplay seems really cool, so maybe if I play this one and I enjoy it, I'll pick up some of the other Jak and Daxter games. But for now, this seemed to be the coolest one, so I want to give this a try sometime. Alright, and next, as I mentioned earlier, the game that made me pick up a PlayStation 2, because when I was in high school, I kind of got out of gaming, and then my freshman year of college is when this game was coming out, and I wanted to pick up a PlayStation 2, so I bought one and got this game, and that's Kingdom Hearts. Definitely a cool JRPG. As a standalone game, I think that this is a really good game. I really like this game. But the series overall, I'm not really a big fan of, because I think with 2, it starts to get really convoluted and really crazy, and then the offshoot games. I have Birth by Sleep on the PSP that I want to play. I'm not sure about the other games, and Kingdom Hearts 3 will come out later this year, and I'll definitely pick it up and buy it. But I really like this game. 2, not so much, but this one's really good. Alright, and next is Mega Man, the Anniversary Collection. Now, as a kid, I grew up with the NES. I loved Mega Man. It's one of my very first Nintendo games when I was a kid. It was Mega Man 2. I really loved that game. And then I got a Mega Man 1 as a kid as well. I love that game. So yeah, when this came out, definitely went to pick it up and, play through all the games. The first one's the only game I was ever actually able to beat, though. I know people say that that's like one of the hardest ones, but I was able to beat that one. I was never able to beat 2 or any of the other ones, but Mega Man's just such a classic game, so when this came out, I definitely had to pick it up. Alright, and next, as I was just saying, I love Mega Man. I love JRPGs, so this one combines both. It's Mega Man X Command Mission. It's a Mega Man X game that's a JRPG. It's supposed to be really good. This also came out on the GameCube, I believe, but I have the PlayStation 2 version. I don't have a lot of time to play console games, sit down at a console and play any games. That's why I do a lot of handheld gaming. But when I get back into having more free time and I can play some stuff on the console, this is one of the first ones I want to try out. Alright, and next we have Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. I love the original game. It's one of the first original PlayStation games that I was able to play through the entire game and beat it. So then when I got back into gaming a few years ago, I wanted to get into the series some more, so I picked up this game. But then, since then I've gotten a Vita, and then I picked up the HD collection on the Vita, which includes this game and the third game as well. So play through those games on the Vita. But yeah, it's cool to have this one. I'll probably also pick up the PS2 versions of the third game as well, but I'll play them on the Vita. Alright, and next we have, and again, this is another one. I originally, when I got back into gaming, I picked up this because everybody talked about this as being, one of their favorite JRPGs, so I wanted to pick it up. I've since have played the Vita version, and that's Persona 4. I played Persona 4 Golden on the Vita. I love that game. It's like my number 4 favorite JRPG. But like I said, I had this version of it first. I don't know if there's enough of a difference. I know there's different stuff in the Vita version, but I don't know if I'll ever go back and play the PS2 version. But it's cool to have the original version of it that came out, and it comes with like the music CD as well. And I love that soundtrack to this game, so it's cool to have that. So yeah, Persona 4. Alright, and next game that I haven't played, but so many people say that this is one of the best JRPGs on the PlayStation 2, and that's Rogue Galaxy. Again, like I said, when I get some more free time and I'm able to sit down and play more console games on the big TV, this is one of the ones I definitely want to come back and play first. Um, but yeah, I think like you're sort of like a maybe like a some sort of sky pirate or something like that, I believe. But yeah, it looks pretty cool, so I would definitely want to give this a try. All right, and next, I have the first two games on the PSP, and this is the third game, and that's Star Ocean Till the End of Time. There's sort of mixed reviews on this game. Some people say that they don't like it. Other people say that it's a really good game. So yeah, I guess we'll see. I'll probably play it eventually, but I definitely play through the first two games on the PSP first. So yeah. All right, and next was one of the back in like 2006 when I was in first got out of college and I was playing more video games again. This is one of the ones I picked up, and that's Teen Titans. Now, I'm a huge comic book fan, a huge superhero fan. I love the Teen Titans. I loved the TV show back when that was out. And this is the video game of that television cartoon show. And this is a really cool game. It's like a beat 'em up. You can play as all the different Titans. Robin is my favorite. Robin's pretty much my favorite superhero. I believe that it's common knowledge that this version of Robin is Dick Grayson, which he's one of my favorite characters of all time. He becomes Nightwing eventually. But yeah, this is a really cool game. There's a GameCube version of this game and a Xbox version. I believe that the Xbox version is really hard to find and it's pretty rare. I think it's the OG Xbox version as opposed to the GameCube version, but I think that this is the easiest one to find out of the three. So yeah, it's a really good game. All right, and the last game. I don't have much experience with this series. I'll probably download the first couple of games on the Vita. I'll also buy the physical versions for the PS1 too. But I have no experience with those games either. But this is Wild Arms 3. Like I said, it's supposed to be a classic JRPG series. So yeah, I want to give this a try. I got this at my local game store, and it has the hole punched out in the UPC, which I believe people say that means it was some sort of review copy or something like that. But yeah, my local game store had it, so I picked it up. I didn't even realize it at first when I bought it. But yeah, this is supposed to be a cool series, so I'll give it a try at some point. Alright, and that pretty much sums it up for my PlayStation 2 collection. Me and my brother do a podcast. We haven't done any episodes lately, but we want to get back into it. I do collection videos, I do JRPG reviews. So if you like this video and you want to check out some of my other stuff, please do so. If you like the video, please leave a comment, please like the video, share it, and please subscribe. So until next time, I'll see you later.